Hi there, welcome to this week's workout. So today we're going to do a really easy circuit class that you can do at home. You can do the exercises standing or you can do the whole routine sitting, and I'll show you both exercises. So as per normal, we're going to get warmed up, so we're just going to start moving. So a little march on the spot. So nice and easy, just to get us all warmed up and ready to exercise. Again, when we're starting to exercise, we're thinking about posture the whole time. So whenever we're doing any of these kind of movements, keeping our shoulders back, keeping our tummy tucked in, and trying to think about our head being nice and tall. So marching on the spot. We're going to add in some wrists, try and open up all the joints, get them all oiled, ready to start this workout. So today we're going to do, I think it's 13 or 14 exercises as part of the circuit. So we'll do a warm-up for just a few minutes. We'll do 13 or 14 exercises, and we'll do about a minute on each exercise. I'll show you each exercise, so as I'm showing it, you'll have a little rest in between. So ideally the whole thing is going to take about half an hour today. So just to go the opposite way. And then we'll add in some shoulders. So rolling those shoulders back. Keeping the feet moving the whole time. And change direction. Again, you put your music on. When you're doing this workout, there's no music on this video. I'm just going to swap direction. But that'll help you get through it if you get some good music going. So again, just rolling those shoulders back. Now we're just going to add in a full arm if you can. Really open up that shoulder joint and swap to the other arm if you can. Ooh, hitting the light fitting as usual. And then we're just going to go the opposite direction. And swap arms. And last two. Okay, back to marching on the spot. We're just going to try and lift those knees a little bit higher now. So slow it down if you have to, but think about just pulling those knees up. Again, remembering our posture, sucking your tummy in, head nice and tall, shoulders back. Lovely. You should start to feel your heart rate increasing now. We've been going maybe 3 minutes already. So we'll do about 5 minutes on this warm up, and then we're just going to kick our feet to our bums. It's sometimes easy just to pop your hands on your hips just to get the balance right. So kicking back towards your bum. Again, if I'm going too fast for you, you go at your pace. You can do this whole warm up sitting down as well. I'm just going to do this bit standing, but I will show the exercises from the seated down to standing version. 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to do some kind of side steps. Just loosen up those inner thighs. So just one to the side, back to the middle, and across to the other side. Perfect. And back to the centre. So we're going to kind of stand still now. We're just going to do some hula hoops. Loosen off those hips. Swap direction. Do 3 each way, and then we'll go back again. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, feel my bones creaking there. 2, 3. Fab. Back to marching on the spot. This time we're just going to add in some punches. So just punching out in front of you. Got 30 seconds left of this warm up. We'll be ready to get started. So do make sure that you've got a bottle of water, and make sure that if you need a rest, you have a rest. You don't need to complete the whole workout, but always try and complete the warm up and the cool down if you can. Okay, so we've got 10 more seconds left of the warm up. You should all be feeling a little bit warmer now, feeling like things have loosened up a bit, and we're ready to get going with the main workout. Okay, so as I said, we've got a chair here. You can do some things will require the chair, so please get a chair ready. But it's totally up to you whether you want to use it for some of the other exercises. So the first exercise that we're going to do is a march and punch on the spot. So just back to what we're doing, marching and punching. So we're going to do that for 60 seconds. So if you get yourself ready, if you're doing this on the chair, you're just marching and punching on the chair. Okay, so I'm going to do it standing. So if we're ready, 1 minute, let's go. You're going at your own pace, so don't try and keep up with me if I'm going too fast for you. This is your workout. If you need to stop, sit down and just do it sitting down. But this is about trying to push yourself outside of that comfort zone a little bit. Trying to get your heart rate racing. You can see I've got absolutely no coordination at all. Okay. So we go for 30 seconds to go. So these workouts should feel a little bit challenging. If you think about a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being sitting down watching telly, 10 feeling like you're going to keel over, we want you at about 5. So we don't want you feeling like you're going to break yourself, but you want to be able to complete the workout feeling, could have done a little bit more. Okay, you've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, grab a little break. So the next exercise, you just have a little rest while I'm showing you, is a squat and lift ball. So I've just pinched my son's football here. Could be a ball, could be a pillow, it could be whatever you've got. So I'm trying to do a lot of these exercises just with stuff you're going to have around the house so that you don't need to buy any fancy equipment. So this one, we're going to have a ball. So we're squatting and lifting. So down and up, down and up, down and up. You might not get as far down as I'm getting, that's fine. What we're trying to do is kind of mimic you, picking something up on the floor and putting it on the shelf. So we're going to go in 5 seconds if everybody's ready. So let's go. So we're squatting and we're lifting. If you're doing this on the chair, you're just lifting and going down to the floor. Okay? Lifting, going down to the floor. So down and up, down and up, down and up. So we're halfway there already. Down and up. We've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's it. Have a little rest, have a drink if you need to, and I'll show you the next exercise. So the next one is a standing press. So basically, loads of options. So standing press is just standing, pressing up. Okay, I've got a couple of tins here. You could do it with bottles of water. If you've got dumbbells, great. If you can't do it with a weight, just use your hands and do it. You don't need to have anything in. If we're sitting, we're just sitting and we're pressing. Okay, so we can do this for a minute. And off we go. So stand and press. Again, we're thinking about our posture here, trying to keep nice and tall. Suck that tummy in and try and get that full range of motion through your arms. So really try and push it up if you can. If you're not able to go the whole way, absolutely fine. If you need to sit down, sit down. If you're struggling with weights, get rid of the weights and just use the motion with your arms. So if I'm getting tired, I'm just going to stand and do it with nothing. Brilliant. So we've got 15 more seconds. And 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So have a little break, have a drink, and I'll show you the next one. So the next one we're all sitting down, so make sure you've got ideally a high back chair available. So you're sitting, you can do it on the settee if you haven't got the right kind of chair. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders back, and this time we're going to do a leg extension, which is just lifting the leg, putting it down. Just keep alternating. I can hear my knees cracking as I'm doing that. Perfect. I'll show you from the side so you can see. So all you're doing, trying to kick the telly, you're just lifting your leg up. Brilliant. So I'm going to go, and off we go. 1. This is really making my knees crack. I hope you can't hear it. Hope you've got your music on and you're drowning me out. 15 seconds gone. Lovely. Try and keep that going. Halfway, 30 seconds gone. So really think about doing this as a really controlled movement. So rather than just trying to do it really quickly, you're really controlling that movement. There we go. 10 seconds left. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant, grab a drink. Okay, so next exercise, I'll show you while you have a little rest, is march for 8, kick for 4. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then kick for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do it sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, everybody ready? And off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. And we've got 10 seconds left. Again, I should have shown you sitting on the chair. So if you're sitting on the chair, you're just kicking your legs out and marching. Same idea. And there we go. That's that one done. So again, have a little rest. Now, next one we're going to do is step forward and hoover. This is something we've all got to do, unfortunately. But it kind of mimics a lunge. So we're trying to use the movements that you do in your daily work. So things like, you know, you're doing the hoovering, you're having to step to get right into that corner. Think about that dusty little corner that you're trying to get into and really try and reach forward if you can. If you're sitting on the chair, you're just reaching forward. Okay. So we're going to go and ready. So again, it should be a nice controlled, slow movement. You're not trying to do it quickly. You're just trying to do it in a really controlled way. And it's almost like doing a lunge. If you can't kind of get down deep into that lunge, then stay a bit straighter, but make sure that you're not kind of rounding from the back. Keep that back nice and straight when you're doing it. I've got 30 seconds to go. And 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And have a little rest there. So next exercise is medicine ball figure of 8. So we're going to use a football again for this one. And the idea is that we just stand and try and keep your feet moving the whole time. And you're just moving that ball in a figure of 8. If you've got something like a medicine ball or something heavier, you can use that. But something like a football or just a small cushion or pillow or something would do the same job. If you're sitting down, you're trying to keep your feet going, and you're just doing this. Fabulous. Right. 5 seconds, and we'll go again. Okay, so feet moving, figure of 8. So you can start to feel your arms tiring. If it becomes too much, put the ball down and just do the movement with nothing. So, you know, or take the arms out if it's too much for you and just march. This is you doing it your way. 5, I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. And we're halfway through. And 15 seconds to go. Feel that in my arms now. Trying to keep your arms straight as well when you're doing it. Ooh, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Put the ball down. Make sure you put it out of the way so that you don't stand on it for the next one. So, next one is heels to bum. So we're standing. Again, hands on hips if that's easier for you. Just heels to bum. So slow it down. If you need to, speed it up if you're able. If you're sitting, it's trickier to do this. You're just kind of kicking off to the side. If you struggle with that, just sit and just, you want it to keep moving. So keep those feet moving if you're doing this sitting down. So we're ready to go. Okay. Can't remember what time we're starting now. I might end up doing a tiny bit extra. Be fine. Go to the side. Again, nice and tall, shoulders back. Slow it down if you have to. Stop and take a drink if you need to at any point. But you want to be feeling nice and warm now. Again, think of that scale 1 to 10. You want to be a good 5. If you're getting up towards 8, slow it down. If you're at a 3 and you could work a bit harder, then speed it up. Okay, 10 seconds, I think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, you can feel that in your bum. Okay, next one. Again, we need the chair for this one. It's easier for those ones that have done it all sitting down, because all we're going to do is sit to stand. So there's different levels of this. And obviously this mimics a squat, and we spend a lot of time sitting and standing over the course of the day. This is just kind of training the muscles that you're going to use for that. So ideally, you're not using any hands. You're just sitting and standing. If you need to, use your hands to push you up. Again, you're doing this at your speed, so don't worry about how fast I'm going. You go at your own pace. If you're able and you don't need the chair and you can do a squat, you're just doing a squat. But I'll stay on the chair and I'll show you what we're doing. So let's have 10 more seconds, try and catch our breath a little bit. Okay, so in 5, we're going to go again. 3, 2, 1. So we'll start sitting and then we're just standing up. Put your hands on your thighs if you need to, some find that easier. Take your hands away if you're able, because that's really going to work those legs and you'll be feeling the burn in your front of your thighs when you're doing this. So don't push yourself too hard. Again, we don't want you breaking. Think about that scale of 1 to 10. You want to be around a 5, maximum 6. Okay, you're halfway. If you're getting tired, use your hands if you have to. If you're not, just keep going. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. You can really feel this one. Ooh, that's me cracking again. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew, feel that in the tops of your thighs. Okay. Next one we're going to do is curtsy. So it's almost like a lunge. So we're going to step forward and curtsy. I'll do it here so you can't really see there. Step forward, curtsy. Step forward, curtsy. If you're doing this on the chair, again, it's a bit tricky because you're going behind, but all you're doing is kind of thinking about moving your legs to the side. Harder to do when you're sitting down, isn't it? So let's have a look. Go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So step forward, curtsy, step back, step forward, curtsy, step back. So you're just putting that back leg behind you. That's it. Nearly halfway. Perfect. 20 seconds. Again, you can use a chair to lean on if you're struggling with balance when you're doing this. You're just doing it your way. 5 seconds to go. And that's a little rest for you. Right, let's have a look. Next one is a banded pull apart. Now I've got a resistance band here and you can get them super cheap on Amazon. But a pair of tights would do the same job. So if you've got a resistance band, use it. If you haven't, a pair of tights, a dressing gown cord, anything like that. So all we're doing is just wrap it around our hands. We're just pulling it apart. So keeping shoulders kind of parallel, shoulders and elbows parallel, and you're pulling it apart. If it's harder, take it wider. So if you're sitting down, just doing it, same thing, sitting down. And you're going to feel that across the top of your arms and into your shoulders. Okay, I'm going to go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'll pull in. If you can, keep your feet moving. It's just going to keep that heart rate high. This is quite a stiff resistance band actually, let's try for this one. So keep pulling apart. If you're struggling to use something pulling apart, you're just doing this motion, it's the same thing. But if you can, use some kind of resistance. As I say, pair of tights will work great for this. Over halfway. Keeping your posture nice and tall, sucking your tummy in. You've got 15 seconds. It's a tough one, this one. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, feel that across the top of your shoulders. Okay, next one is heel digs and bicep curls. So we're going to do heels in front and arms curled up. If you want to, you can use your beans or your water bottles or your dumbbells. Do it, you can do both arms at the same time or separately. Whatever works for you. If you're sitting in the chair, you're just doing, putting your foot out in front and curling that arm up. You're trying to keep your elbows close into your sides while you're doing this. So no, elbows close in. Again, you can do them both at the same time if you want to. If you don't want to use weights, don't use them, just use your hands. Okay, so we're going to go again in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So foot out in front, curl the arm up. I've got no coordination, so I find it much easier to do both at the same time. Perfect. If you're struggling with the feet, just do the arms. Over halfway. Seconds to go. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's that. Well done. Okay, we've got one more exercise to do, and that is just side steps. So nice easy one for you to finish with. So all you're doing is stepping to the side. Okay, if you're doing it from the chair, it's hard to do that sitting down obviously, so all you need to be doing is just the equivalent, sitting down, or you can do it standing, holding on to the chair if you need the chair for balance. Okay, last exercise, we've got one more minute of hard work to do, so let's go. Again, if you can sink down further into it and slow it down, or if you're not able, you're just moving your leg out to the side, keep it nice and tall. And you're halfway. And we've got 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. That's the hard work done. Grab a drink and we'll start the cool down. So for the cool down, we're just going to start marching again. So what we don't want is just to stop there, because all the blood's gone to our muscles to help them move. So what we need to do is get the blood back up to the heart so that you don't start feeling dizzy when you start kind of going about your business when you finish the workout. So just a 5-minute cool down just helps everything get back to where it should be. We'll stretch out some muscles and then hopefully you won't have any soreness the next day from the workout. So keeping those feet moving, we're just going to start stretching off the arms. So arm across the front of the body, and the other arm just holds on the shoulder and pulls it in towards you. And you're going to feel that stretch across the top of your arm here. Keep your feet moving the whole time. Try not to stand still. So what we're trying to do now is get from that 5 out of 10 that we're working at back down to kind of 2 or 3 out of 10. And swap over. So we've got a few steps in doing that as well. Lovely. We'll now hold the hands together and we're going to pull those shoulder blades as far apart as we can, and that's going to stretch out the upper back. Perfect. We're going to take the arms above our head, you can't see, but right above your head, and really kind of try and pull up as high as you can. Keep your feet moving the whole time. Fall over the chair. Okay, that's that. So now we're going to think about stretching off our legs. So we're going to stand with our legs open, and then we're just going to lean onto one side, and that's going to stretch down the inside of our thigh. Again, nice and tall when you're doing it, shoulders back. We just hold that for about 10 seconds. You should be able to feel your breathing kind of coming back down again now if you're a bit out of breath before. And we'll swap back to the centre and onto the other side. So you're feeling that just down here. Lovely. Okay, we'll grab our chair because it's easy to hold on to. And we're just going to do a calf stretch. So I'm going to just chair back. You can see I've got one leg bent, the back leg straight, and I'm pushing that back foot towards the floor, and that's stretching that calf muscle out. We'll just hold that for, again, 10-15 seconds. And then we'll swap over to the other leg. Again, back nice and tall when you're doing this. Shoulders back. Try not to kind of lean into it. Nice and tall. And swap over. So back foot, back leg straight, back foot, really pushing down towards the floor. And you should feel that in your lower leg and the back of your calf muscle. A bit of squatting and stuff today, so we're going to try and stretch out our quads. So if you can, grab a hold of your foot. You can always use a dressing gown cord to kind of pull it towards you if you can't get a hold of it. You're keeping your knees together and you're pulling that foot up towards the bum. Again, nice and tall, and you'll really feel that down the front of your leg. Swap over. That's always harder to get hold of. And then to finish off, we're just going to stretch out the backs of our thighs. We're just going to reach down towards the floor. And you'll feel that right down the backs of your legs. Don't worry if, like me, you can't get anywhere near the floor. You're just reaching as far as you can. You're not going to the point of pain, just the point of tension. So you should just feel that tension in the back of your legs. And that'll stretch all of those muscles out that have just been shortened through exercise. Fabulous. Well, that's us going for 30 minutes. That's a tough workout to do. Even if you did the warm up, the cool down, and then 3 or 4 of those exercises to start with, it's a great start. If you can do the whole thing, great. Use some stuff that you've got in the house as weights or kind of props to do it. And you can make up your own little moves. Think about the movements that you're doing around the house and use those movements to create your own workout. Thanks very much. Bye now.